7.0 earthquake is possible northwest of Los Angeles or in Southern California during the next 48 hours or so. This is Luke Thomas Holmquist here at the Earthquake Forecast Center. It is 8:37 in the evening on Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. Let's get straight to the warning right away here. So we have two significant quakes that are going to happen. First of all, let's look at the graph here for California. We have this spike in risk coming up late tonight and early tomorrow morning. That's when the first quake should hit. And that one should be in the San Francisco Bay down to San Simeon area. And we'll show you the graph or the map in just a second. And then the strongest quake should happen just northwest of LA on the 29th. It looks like at about noon on the 29th or late on the 28th into the 29th. So during the next 48 hours or so, some strong earthquakes in California. Let's look at the first situation here. We're looking for a strong earthquake in the San Francisco Bay Area down to, let's say, San Simeon. During the next, that should be hit, as we said, the 27th, late at night, most likely in the morning of the 28th. And then the next map, you can look at these maps here at quakeprediction.com, is this risk area here northwest of Los Angeles from San Simeon down to LA and up to Ridgecrest. This is where the large earthquake should hit. Could be along the Garlock Fault or the San Andreas there, but this quake should hit on the 28th into the 29th, and this more specifically looks like on the 29th. But the 28th into the 29th, the 27th into the 28th, a strong earthquake in the San Francisco Bay Area. And then the 28th into the 29th, looking for a strong earthquake. A 7.0 earthquake is possible. 6.0 earthquake is likely. Northwest of Los Angeles, could be actually anywhere in Southern California, all the way from the Salton Sea up to San Simeon to Ridgecrest, but most likely here northwest of LA during the next 48 hours, most likely again on the 29th. But the warning is for the 28th into the 29th for the 7.0 earthquake, which is possible. And strong earthquake is likely late tonight into tomorrow, the 28th, in the area around San Francisco Bay down to San Simeon. Let's take a look at what's going on right now. We just had a little quake here near San Simeon, and things are starting to, some small foreshocks are starting to happen right now. So let's take a look at, we'll get back to this in a second. Let's look at some of the other areas we forecast for, and that's Anchorage, Alaska. We have a spike in risk right now on the 27th in Alaska, and we'll see what happens there. This is a spike in risk on the 27th in Anchorage, Alaska area. And then in Athens, Greece, the spike in risk here on the 27th as well, going into the 28th. And I'd like to add some more data behind this as well. We had a spike in risk right when that big quake hit down near Crete. But this is the risk right now for the Athens, Greece area. All right. And let's take a look also at the Tokyo, Japan. And Tokyo, Japan just got just a little while ago, a 4.6. And you can see that right here. Let's look at the Japanese version of it here, and that's what I usually go by for Japan. You can see this. The Japanese Earthquake Center said it was a 4.6 right there in the Tokyo area, and you can see our forecast was right there near Tokyo. We're calling for a significant earthquake in that area. Now, the risk remains in that area for the next 24 to 36 hours or so, and then on the 29th into the 30th, the risk moves to south of Japan, south of Shizuoka, and southwest of Tokyo. But for right now, the risk is right there in the Chiba area and near Tokyo right now on the 28th into the 29th. All right. Once again, we will be adding more cities in the future. We need a lot of data, a great deal of data to to put together a forecast for these different areas. And let's review this once more. For the San Francisco Bay Area, looks like tonight we'll get a tonight into tomorrow morning. And this could all happen all at once. It could happen tonight and tomorrow, and but most likely it should be two different quakes. One should hit in the San Francisco Bay to San Simeon area tonight into tomorrow morning, as the graph shows here, this peak right here. And the second spike in risk right here on the 28th into the 29th should be in the San Simeon, Coalinga, Ridgecrest to northwest LA, centered right there where the Garlock Fault meets the San Andreas right there. A 7.0 earthquake is possible, a 6.0 earthquake is likely. And this could happen in Los Angeles itself. This is just a very, it's as good as we can get as far as the forecasting, earthquake forecasting. This is just generally Southern California is going to get a big, a strong earthquake during the next 48 hours or so. But like we said, most likely in the San Francisco Bay to San Simeon tonight into tomorrow morning. And then on the 28th into the 29th, looking for the strongest of the two earthquakes to hit Southern California, most likely in the San Simeon to northwest LA, Coalinga, Ridgecrest area, maybe on the Garlock Fault there, northwest of LA. We've been talking about this earthquake risk right in that area for the last month or so. In the first forecast that came out, the risk level was at 49 units. And then there was a 3.7 earthquake that hit in that along the Garlock Fault near Mojave, California. And then the risk level went up to 56 units and was getting very concerning. And we had a significant earthquake of 4.0, I believe, in that area. And it still didn't release that energy. Now we have this risk area in this the same area here. Risk level is very high in the same spot where the Garlock Fault meets the San Andreas. And now the risk level is at 61. So it's very, very high. I was concerned when it was at 50 because the Napa earthquake in August 24th, 2014, the risk level was at 50 units. The March 31st earthquake of 2020 that hit Idaho, the risk level was at 60. We're at 61 units right now for Southern California. So looking for a strong earthquake. 6.0 earthquake is likely and 7.0 earthquake is possible. In Southern California during the next 48 hours, most likely in the area from San Simeon to Los Angeles, Coalinga, Ridgecrest area, but could hit anywhere in Southern California, even down to the Salton Sea. So please be on alert and warn your friends and family. This is based on research for the last 16 years, since 2005. We have 170,000 followers. The last 5.9 earthquake that hit in near Tokyo back on, I think it was October 8th. We forecasted that quake about 24 hours ahead of time, but we were getting better and better at this forecasting, and we have better and better forecast models as well, earthquake forecast models. So thank you so much for your support, and to all the 170,000 followers on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks again. And we will speak to you most likely after this earthquake situation in Southern California. Thank you so much and stay safe.